Now, what are some basic scientific or medical concepts I really want to underline or emphasize when talking about health? So here I made a slide of what's called the engine room. What is the basic medical model or the framework, the assumptions that we make when we're thinking about health and wellness to begin with? First is this concept of LDLs, or bad cholesterol. According to the American Heart Association, that is, the target should be about less than 100 milligrams per deciliter. And this level is optimal to fight or prevent heart disease, especially if you already have pre-existing medical conditions such as diabetes or current heart disease. There's also this concept of good cholesterol, or HDL, and it is recommended that greater than 40 milligrams per deciliter protects against heart disease. Now, the one thing I want to make clear is that I don't want anyone to be obsessed about numbers or what constitutes quote-unquote normal levels of cholesterol. I only listed these numbers to illustrate what's been recommended out there. Now, what our target cholesterol levels really should be discussed with your doctor if you have pre-existing health conditions, as I mentioned briefly earlier. For instance, if you have already a stroke, if you've had a heart attack, or currently have diabetes. I want to emphasize instead that the ratio of bad cholesterol to good cholesterol is probably more important for most healthy adults. Another concept we'll briefly get into is insulin resistance, as this may lead to diabetes and heart disease. And I want to introduce here the concept that there are things called free radicals in your body, as well as inflammation. And both these processes, or components if you will, occur in almost all diseases that we know of. Now, insulin is a hormone in your body. It's very important. It controls the amount of sugar in your blood at any given time, and this amount is tightly controlled, much like a thermostat controls the temperature in your room, let's say. Now, diseases such as type 2 diabetes or conditions such as obesity involve insulin resistance. This is where your body doesn't react to normal levels of insulin. Think of it as a room that keeps heating up or cooling down, even though the thermostat tries to keep it from changing. Your body is basically resistant to the signal. Next slide is just a reminder that a calorie is not just a calorie. Now, how many calories that you consume or take in a given day is still the determining factor whether you gain weight or not. So if you take in more calories than you burn, you will gain weight. Conversely, if you burn more calories than you take in, you will lose weight. But keep in mind that different nutrients have either bad or good effects, and the types of foods you eat will determine just how much of the good nutrients you're taking into your body versus the bad nutrients that might have detrimental effects to your body. The nutrient in your food might make you store more fat or change your metabolism in a bad way, maybe slow it down. But if you eat the right types and the right amounts of certain foods, it may actually help you gain lean body mass or lean muscle, especially if you exercise regularly. So there you have it. You can lose weight by eating one slice of pizza a day as your only food source. But because you are eating plenty of the bad nutrients and not enough of the good nutrients, you can still lose weight. But chances are you can still get sick. And there's still a lot of very slim people out there that get strokes and heart attacks. Unfortunately, you don't have to be obese to get such detrimental disease to occur. So it's all about taking in the right nutrients and not just counting calories.